everyone. Welcome back. Tonight, we're diving into one of archaeology's most stunning mysteries, a place that challenges everything we thought we knew about our ancient ancestors. Before cities, before agriculture, before the wheel, there stood Göbekli Tepe, a monument so ancient, so impossibly sophisticated that when it was first discovered, experts refused to believe what they were seeing. Before we begin this journey into the deep past, if you enjoy uncovering history's forgotten stories, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love hearing from this global community of history lovers we're building together. Now, get comfortable, maybe grab a warm drink, and let's travel back 11,000 years to a hilltop in southeastern Turkey where everything we thought we knew about civilization is being rewritten, one carved stone at a time. The barren hill that changed everything. In the rolling plains of southeastern Turkey, near the modern city of Şanlıurfa, there rises an unassuming hill. For centuries, local shepherds grazed their flocks across its rocky slopes, never suspecting that beneath their feet lay one of humanity's greatest secrets. The landscape here is harsh but beautiful, golden grasslands stretching toward distant mountains, ancient and weathered. To the untrained eye, it's just another hill in a region filled with them, the kind of place you'd pass without a second thought. But in 1963, an archaeological survey team noticed something unusual. Scattered across the hilltop were fragments of worked limestone, pieces too precisely carved to be natural formations. Still, the discovery was noted and largely forgotten. The hill kept its secrets for another 3 decades. It wasn't until 1994 that German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt arrived at the site. Where others had seen just another minor archaeological location, Schmidt saw possibility. He began excavating, carefully removing layer after layer of earth and stone. What emerged from beneath that unremarkable hill would shake the foundations of archaeology itself. Massive T-shaped pillars, some weighing over 10 tons, arranged in circular formations. Intricate carvings of animals, lions, foxes, wild boars, vultures, scorpions, snakes, rendered with stunning artistry. Stone walls carefully constructed, platforms deliberately built. This wasn't just a collection of interesting rocks. This was architecture. This was art. This was impossible. According to everything scholars thought they knew, the people living 11,000 years ago were supposed to be simple hunter-gatherers, living in small nomadic bands, struggling to survive. They weren't supposed to be capable of organizing massive construction projects or creating sophisticated religious monuments. Yet here it was, undeniable evidence that our ancestors were far more complex, far more capable than we'd ever imagined. Schmidt would dedicate the rest of his life to Göbekli Tepe, and with each passing year, each new excavation season, the mystery only deepened. A monument before its time. Stand at Göbekli Tepe today, and you're looking at something that shouldn't exist. Not yet, not for thousands of years. The site consists of massive circular enclosures, each one defined by enormous T-shaped limestone pillars arranged in rings. The largest pillars stand over 16 feet tall and weigh up to 20 tons. They were quarried from the limestone bedrock of the hill itself, then somehow transported and erected with precision. Remember, this was done by people who supposedly had no metal tools, no wheels, no domesticated animals to help with the hauling, just stone, wood, human muscle, and an extraordinary vision. Each pillar is a marvel. The T shape itself is distinctive. Two massive stone slabs fitted together to create something that resembles a simplified human form. Some have carved arms and hands, as if these stones were meant to represent beings, perhaps ancestors, perhaps gods. But it's the carvings that truly take your breath away. Every surface tells a story. Wild animals prowl across the limestone, fierce predators like lions and leopards, dangerous creatures like snakes and scorpions, graceful gazelles, powerful bulls, vultures spread their wings across stone surfaces, insects crawl in eternal frozen motion. The craftsmanship is breathtaking. These aren't crude stick figures scratched by primitive hand. The circular enclosures feel like gathering places, designed to hold crowds. The pillars, arranged like sentinels, seem to guard something sacred. The carvings of dangerous animals, predators, venomous creatures, suggest this was a place where the boundary between the human world and something other was thin. Some researchers believe Göbekli Tepe was a temple complex, a pilgrimage site where hunter-gatherer bands from across the region gathered for seasonal ceremonies. They came to worship, to feast, to reaffirm bonds between groups, to pass down traditions from one generation to the next. Animal bones found at the site, far more than a small group would need, support this idea. Feasting appears to have been central to whatever happened here. Thousands of people gathering, slaughtering wild game, cooking, eating together, communal meals that bound the community together. But feasting doesn't explain the carvings. Those animals frozen in stone, what did they represent? Gods? Spirits? Totems of different clans? The creatures aren't random. They're the animals that mattered to these people. Sources of food, sources of danger, beings that occupied their world and their imaginations. The vultures appear frequently, and that's particularly intriguing. In some ancient cultures, vultures were associated with death and the afterlife, with the journey of the soul. Were the people of Göbekli Tepe practicing sky burial, leaving their dead for the vultures to carry to the next world? Some pillars show geometric symbols, H-shapes, nested rectangles, abstract patterns. Are these early writing, clan symbols, astronomical notations? We simply don't know. And then there's the biggest mystery of all. Why was it buried? Around 8000 BCE, after standing for thousands of years, Göbekli Tepe was deliberately filled in. Someone, for some reason, decided to bury these magnificent stone circles under tons of earth and rubble. It wasn't destruction. The pillars weren't toppled or defaced. It was more like preservation. They buried their temple and walked away. Why? Did their religion change? Did they move on to new sacred sites? Was it an offering, giving their greatest creation back to the earth? Or were they protecting it, hiding it from some approaching danger? The stones keep their secrets, and we, their distant descendants, can only wonder and guess. The engineers of the impossible. Let's talk about something practical, something concrete. How did they actually build Göbekli Tepe? Because once you start asking that question, the mystery only deepens. These T-shaped pillars weren't conveniently lying around. They had to be quarried from the bedrock. And we're talking about massive pieces of limestone, some weighing 10 tons, others even heavier. The largest pillars stand over 16 feet tall. At the site, archaeologists found an unfinished pillar still attached to the bedrock in a nearby quarry. It's enormous. If they'd completed it, it would have been the largest pillar at the site. You can see the marks where stone tools hammered away at the surrounding rock, slowly freeing the pillar. This gives us a window into their process. They used stone tools, hammerstones, picks, wedges to pound and peck away at the limestone. Hour after hour, day after day, workers crouched over the stone, methodically removing the surrounding rock. It would have taken weeks, maybe months, to free a single pillar. Then came the hardest part, standing the pillar upright. Archaeologists have found the socket holes where pillars were set, carefully carved pits in the bedrock. The pillars were lowered into these holes, then wedged upright using smaller stones as supports. The precision required is staggering. These pillars had to stand perfectly vertical, stable enough to last millennia. And they did. Many are still standing exactly as they were placed 11,000 years ago. The stone carving presents its own challenges. Creating those beautiful relief sculptures required skill, patience, and artistic vision. The carvers worked with stone chisels, pecking away the limestone around their designs, creating mysteries. Ground-penetrating radar shows that 95% of the site still lies buried, waiting. Dozens more circular enclosures sleep beneath the earth. Hundreds more carved pillars remain to be discovered. The story of Göbekli Tepe is far from over. In many ways, it's only beginning. Echoes across time. Standing among the ancient pillars of Göbekli Tepe, you can't help but feel connected to something vast and profound. These stones were shaped by human hands 11,000 years ago. Hands that looked like ours, minds that thought like ours, hearts that felt the same hopes and fears and dreams. They had no writing to leave us, no pottery with painted scenes, no metal tools, nothing that would normally help us understand an ancient culture. All they left were stones, but what stones they are. Each pillar is a message thrown across time, a message that says, we were here, we were human, we created beauty, we gathered in community, we reached towards something greater than ourselves. Göbekli Tepe challenges our comfortable narratives about progress and civilization. We like to think of history as a straight line moving ever upward from primitive to sophisticated. But these stones suggest something different, that human creativity, human spirituality, human community have always been sophisticated, always been capable of greatness. Our ancestors weren't primitive people waiting to evolve into us. They were fully human, just living in different circumstances with different technologies. Given the right motivation, in this case spiritual and social, they achieved the impossible. The temple on the hill also reminds us how much we've lost. How many other sites like Göbekli Tepe are still buried, still unknown? How many human stories have vanished completely, leaving not even stones behind? We'll never know the names of the people who built these circles. We'll never hear the songs they sang as they raised the pillars, never taste the food they shared at their feasts, never fully understand the beliefs that drove them to create something so magnificent. But we can honor them by continuing to search, to dig, to ask questions, by refusing to let their achievements be forgotten again. Göbekli Tepe also offers hope. In an age that sometimes feels disconnected, divided, lost, here is proof that humans can come together to build something extraordinary, that we can organize, cooperate, create beauty that outlasts us by millennia. Those hunter-gatherers on their hilltop in ancient Anatolia didn't have much. No cities, no writing, no metal, no farms. But they had vision. They had community. They had faith in something greater. And they left us a temple that has outlived empires. As the sun sets over Göbekli Tepe today, the ancient pillars cast long shadows across the excavation site. In that golden light, it's easy to imagine the past becoming present, to see ghostly figures gathering among the stones, hear the echo of forgotten drums, smell smoke rising from ceremonial fires. They built this place for their gods, for their ancestors, for their community, but in doing so, they also built it for us, a link across the vast gulf of time, a reminder that we are all part of the same human story. The stones of Göbekli Tepe are more than archaeological artifacts. They are testament to the enduring human spirit, to our eternal need